Test, test, 1, 2. We're live. Hey folks, how's it going? It is Wednesday. We're playing some Lego Star Wars here today. Dealer, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. You are here early, as you say. You're here. Something a bit of a tongue twister. You're here early. And well done, thank you. Thanks for dropping into the stream nice and early. Much appreciate you being here. Let's let myself get comfortable. Or you just sat down ready to stream. Pretty much on time. It's only 4 minutes over my scheduled time, which is a lot better than I can be. Timekeeping for me is not a strong point, but we get there. We get there. I hope everyone's had a good week so far. It feels like we've got to Wednesday pretty swiftly, despite feeling a bit of a drag in the week. On Monday seemed to be a long day. So did Tuesday. Today, not so bad. So, you take your wins where you can find them. But I am definitely feeling like I'm winning today. Bought a controller for like 20 quid, and it's weird how it doesn't feel cheap. Nice. That's a pretty good bargain. You can get some good controllers out there that aren't too expensive. Like the official controllers, like official Xbox ones, like this one of my favourite controllers. As it's sort of stream blue. This one I only picked up for 30 quid, and these are normally like 60, 70 for the Xbox Series X controllers. But there was a deal. There was a deal on, so I picked it up far cheaper. And it's a solid controller. But most of my gameplay is done through the Razer Wolverine Pro controller, which I've had for sort of a couple of years now. But this was retailing around 150, 160 pounds. But I managed to get a voucher deal to knock it down to about 100. But that's expensive. But everything's proper metal and the buttons are replaceable. It's your standard kind of pro controller. The only thing is, being a pro controller, it's wired, because sort of the millisecond delay of Wi-Fi sometimes is not good enough for competition gamers. I'm not a competition gamer, but I wanted a nice controller. And as I say, everything comes off. It's magnetic. I can even change the D-pad and stuff like that. And it's got adjustable triggers, so the hair triggers if I wanted them. Got programmable sort of paddles on the back. Very nice to hold. But you don't need to be spending that much money to get a decent controller. Pretty sure wires can send signals at 70% the speed of light. Yeah. Like wired anything. Any kind of wired communication is going to be far quicker than Wi-Fi. Like wired internet. So if you can help it, do not use wireless for internet connections. Obviously your phone, you're not going to walk around with a long cable coming out your phone. But if you've got something that's stationary, even like a phone or tablet, if it's going to be stationary, trying to plug it into the internet is going to be far better. Because you can get some pretty cheap universal docking stations now that plug into USB-C. So if your phone has or tablet has a USB-C on it, there you go. You can plug it into a docking station and get internet directly to your phone through cable, which I have done before, which is quite weird. So you can also plug a screen, mouse and keyboard into a phone and use it like a desktop. As long as it's a modern phone, of course. But yeah, always cable. So I can understand pro controllers having cables, but it would be nice if it's Wi-Fi. But this one's Wi-Fi Bluetooth, and I use this for everything else, like gaming on the go. I can Bluetooth this to my phone, my tablet, my Xbox. It connects to everything this does. So it's a good thing to have. Whereas if I'm going to be sat here, I might as well have it cabled. So those are what kind of controller did you go for? You go for like an official one? Was it like a third-party brand? Is it like Xbox style, PlayStation style, Nintendo Switch style? So I do have I got my whole collection of controllers just here. Third-party brand, nice. DualShock 4 style, awesome. I don't have many of those. Got Well, that's an actual DualShock 4. That's a third-party DualShock 4. Far cheaper than the official Sony ones. But this is a Xbox-style third-party Nintendo Switch controller. So that looks just like an Xbox controller, but it's for the Switch. So it's very comfortable to use. You got all the paddles and stuff as well. The only thing is that the buttons on this feel a little bit plasticky, but it's good otherwise. It's got some bonus buttons on the back for some reason. Yeah, a lot of controllers have these extra... They're usually like this one, for instance. These buttons here are programmable, so say for instance Mario Kart on the Switch, you would have to hold down the A button maybe, or another button to do something, and it might be a bit awkward, whereas I can say actually this button on the back, I want that to be fire or accelerate or brake, and I program that one so I can just squeeze behind on that rather than pushing a button on the front. So a lot of the time they can be programmable, like this one. One of these triggers at the back here I can program to be any other button on the controller, and it just makes it a bit easier. Sometimes you just want to be able to push something that's not on there. Like even like I'm not sure if you can do the D-pad, but certainly the 4 buttons and the triggers you can program to the back buttons. So they can be useful. Depends how your play style. But I need to probably catalogue my controller collection. Got a turbo button like those old IBM turbo buttons there. Those are classics. I think, does this have a turbo button? I think so. Yeah, this has got turbo. I think as well. Yeah, I won this in a competition. Obviously styled over the GameCube controller, but this is for the Nintendo Switch. And the cool thing is that bit in the middle slides out. You can just put it either side of your Switch. But even that's got buttons on the back. But I've not played with that too much. I feel if I play like the GameCube games from the Nintendo sort of virtual console, this will probably feel a bit more natural. But I've not used that one too much. It's cool to have though. I've still got a PlayStation 1 controller up there. I've got a PlayStation 2 USB adapter, and I've got a Sega Mega Drive to USB, NES to USB. So I've got a number of old controllers with converters just to keep the retro feel. But I need to properly display the stuff up there. It's just lying on the shelf. But I will catalogue those, photograph them and post them up at some point. Not a priority right now though. But I do enjoy having new controllers because these things are your gateways into a game. They need to be exactly... they need to be good enough for you not to think about the controller. It just needs to be there, do its job, so you can enjoy the gaming experience. Speaking of gaming experiences, I'll switch you over to the game view so you can see what I'm looking at. Boom, there we are. So, there goes Star Wars Skywalker Saga. We're at 99.03% completion. We can taste it now. We can taste it. It's in the air. And I've only got 13 Kyber bricks. 13 Kyber bricks in the entire game left. And they're all locked behind challenges, level challenges. Republic attack cruiser. Ooh. So yeah, I've got all these capital ships already, so I don't need to take these out. But yeah, I remember turbo buttons. I do have a Sega Mega Drive controller with turbo buttons on it. So if you had like a fighting game, you just put the turbo button on the punch and just hold it down. It's like boop, 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 boop. You didn't even have to get finger strain. The funny thing is there's a turbo button on the start button. So if you put turbo on the start, you'll just end up pausing very quickly. Sort of in rapid succession. So It's almost like slow-mo mode, I think they called it, but it's just pausing. It was annoying on a lot of games. Right, we're in space. We don't necessarily want to be in space, we want to be somewhere on the ground that has a challenge for us. So we tried this one last week. So uncivilized. Attack of the droids. Defeat 5 battle droids, 4 Magna Guards, 5 super battle droids without dying. I died, unfortunately. Sneak attack as Grievous waits high above. Catch him off guard by attacking him via the bounty hunter path. So I don't think I attacked him via the bounty hunter path. But we'll come back to that one again. I don't want to repeatedly just play the same levels over and over. So we'll come back to that one there. I have no idea if this thing even has... I have no idea if this thing has drivers made specifically for it or it's just plug and play. Likely it'll use the default Windows controller drivers. Like a lot of controllers these days are mapped to be an Xbox controller. Like it just treats every controller as an Xbox controller unless otherwise specified. And a lot of the extra buttons on the back are programmed within the controller itself. Like this one, if I hold down, I have to hold down a button combination to program these. No, tell that it's a separate software. I have to install Razer software for this one. But the Nintendo Switch one, this has buttons on the front that I have to hold down. Oh, on the back, sorry. Button on the back. I have to hold a button on the back and then I can program it in the controller. But if I plug this into a computer, it's an Xbox controller. Like Windows goes, well, oh, you plugged an Xbox controller in. Even though it's for the Switch. So it will probably use default Xbox controller drivers. However, if you want it to act more like a DualShock, you might have to download a third-party DualShock emulator, controller emulator thing. I can't remember which one I've got, but I do have one of those, so it kind of maps the buttons properly. But otherwise, if you don't mind the button at the bottom being A and the button at the top being Y, despite what the controller says on it, then that's how it would work. I remember using SCP Toolkit when that was still a thing. That rings a bell. I remember hearing about that. That sounds familiar to me. So I've probably looked into that at some stage. But there's things out there. It depends. If you want it to work like an Xbox controller, it'll plug in and Windows will say, hey, it's an Xbox controller. If you want it to act like a DualShock with like... because I think DualShock 4s have the speaker on them. And of course Xbox controllers don't. So if you want the speaker to work, you have to install third-party drivers that will treat it as a DualShock 4, not an Xbox. But you have a search around the internet to find such a thing. There are out there though. Sensor showdown. So interrupt Palpatine's Force Lightning spin attack by deflecting the Force Lightning back at him. We can give that a go. See where we go with that one. If I fail these challenges after 2 attempts, I'll move on to the next level.
Master Yoda.
I hear a new apprentice you have, Emperor. Or should I call you Darth Sidious?
Darth Sidious.
Now you will experience the full power of the dark side.
Right, direct it back at him when he's spinning.
At an end, your rule is, and not short enough it was. Protected by his connection to the dark side, he is weak in his grip on the Force. We must.
That's not a spin attack, so at some point he's going to do a lightning spin. I don't think that's a lightning spin, it's just him projecting lightning. I think.
Looking for trouble? Well, found it you have.
Ah. Managed to do it.
Just a moment.
I don't know exactly how I did it, but I did it. So I should be able to quit the level. But I just want to beat him up a little bit, because no fun leaving the level without beating up Darth Sidious a little bit.
Electrifying as this encounter is, you are no match for me in combat, Master Yoda.
Always prevail. The Jedi will.
Looks like your friend here needs some help.
So this is where you need a turbo button. You can tap the X button rapidly.
This is not over yet.
Okay, we'll quit the level now. We've got the challenge. We'll move on to the next one.
Not.
So dazzling display heads up, and then return to Senator. Oh, I don't know how or what point I achieved that, but standing there directing lightning seems to do the trick. Okay, let's grab another challenge. New Hope, best layered plans. What's that one? Your weapon, you will not need it. Get through the first. I'm trying to read stuff here. Alright, let's go back. Get through the first floor without being detected. Right. Go through the first floor without being detected. Now, as long as my second player doesn't do anything crazy, should be fine. I'm almost tempted to plug a second controller in and just...
All turbo lifts and primary doors are offline until the rebel intruders are found.
Right, let's swap him out for someone who can't do anything too damaging. And the droids tend to be a little bit more inconspicuous. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to see. I
I
don't.
bang my head one more time in this helmet, I'm joining the rebellion. I swear.
I don't think they suspect the droids.
Still can't believe those were the droids we were looking for. They were right there. Will you give it a rest? Let's just get our janitorial punishment out of the way and move on with our lives.
Right, so I need to get. Is that the ladder I can use? Ah, of course. As long as I'm playing Imperial characters or non-hero characters, I think they're not going to see me as a threat. I need to go up. And jump onto that. That needs to be moved. I don't want any Sith characters. Don't want to use any heroes. So I'll probably switch out for a Sith. I'm going to play Snoke. Let's go. Darth Vader.
Feel the power of the dark side.
Imagine seeing your captain throw multiple grenades in a base and ignore it. I suppose if you know what's good for you, you kind of ignore it. You go, well, if I challenge this captain, he will probably take my head off. So I am not going to challenge them. I can't move that. As whatever I do not want to set the alarm off. That's the only problem there.
This won't take long.
Okay, so we do it. So, would Darth Vader use the Force while procreating? I don't know, depends what Padme is in for. If she's into a bit of Force choking, can't judge her for that. Right, switch.
You see it? That thing gives me an idea.
Looks like the galaxy's depending on me again. Great.
Let's go back to villain. Back to Darth Vader.
So Vader was all like, "Give me the Death Star plans," and this guy was like, "Oh, we're on a diplomatic mission."
So up, left, up, down, up, left, up, down. Cool. That's my little droid through. So I need to get around to there.
Finally! Cover me for 2 minutes while I use the refresher. Just keep going on about the intruders.
Did bro just ask Darth Vader to cover him while I was taking a piss? Basically. The funny thing is with this particular part of the game is that what I have to do right here, I'll show you in a second, is build myself a decoy Darth Vader. So it doesn't matter who you're playing as, you put a decoy Darth Vader in front of it.
Intruders have been found.
Because you're supposed to be playing as Han Solo.
Are being punished for coming on our moon ship thingy. So everyone can start using the elevators again.
You heard Lord Vader. Let's get these back up and running. The turbo lifts are back on. Let's get to the canteen before they run out of trays again.
So now that should have been, there we go. It's got my challenge complete now. I was going to say, it should have triggered the challenge there. I like how they just all turn their backs and go, oh, okay. But yeah, challenge is complete. We shall quit the level. Move on to the next one. One of my classmates got roaches in his food while eating at our high school's canteen. Ooh. That's not good. Shouldn't be roaches anywhere near the food. All challenges complete. Let's give it a moment because it's got to come up with a capital ship. There we go. Switch to challenges. Stay on target. That's not going to buff out. Cause severe damage to Darth Vader's ship. Cause severe damage to Darth Vader's ship. Give that a go. Severe damage.
The battle station is heavily shielded and carries a firepower greater.
This is Red Leader. We won't be going anywhere with those turbo lasers firing down on us. Do your thing, Squadron.
Hang on, R2! Direct hit!
Now, can we swap ships out? Ship selection is unavailable. Okay.
Got it!
Wasn't sure I can upgrade my ship for this part.
That's some down, but I need to stop more of them. Alright, I took out those turbo lasers.
Good work, but the job isn't over yet. Stay focused.
Making our descent into the trench. Try and keep any TIE fighters off our backs, Red 5.
Red 5 here! I've got you covered!
This space station is huge. Look out for more TIEs moving on your position.
We're being swarmed by TIE fighters. Get them off almost right by.
There's so many. I just have to focus.
Right, here's Darth Vader. So,
I'll take them myself. Cover me.
Yes, sir.
I gotta love the humor in this game.
Look out, kid!
The central exhaust is closed when the others are functioning. We have to get it open. Oh, and Lord Vader appears to have joined the proceedings.
So we can find Lord Vader. Where is he?
Shoot the smaller exhaust loop.
Got Obi-Wan in my ear. Ah, there he is. Where did you go? There we go. Challenge complete.
You don't have all day, Luke. Shoot the smaller exhaust.
I've never actually taken this long on this area, so I've never heard Obi-Wan kind of hurry me along. That's quite funny. Wait, did Lego Luke just commit patricide? I think he managed to get away safely, but just seriously damaged Vader's ship. There's no one really dies in Lego games. They just fall apart. Oh, I see. If you seriously damage Vader, he flies off for a bit and comes back. So yeah, he leaves the level once he gets down to like 10%. So like you can take the pieces of multiple people and create unholy amalgamations. That would be quite fun. But unfortunately, this is one of the few be a Lego centipede, minifig centipedes. That's one thing you can't do in this Lego game that you can do in a lot of Lego games is create your own characters. A lot of the other Lego games allow you to just make your own character up that you can play with. This one you can't, and a lot of people weren't happy with that. But it doesn't matter. There's loads of characters in this. You don't really need your own. But other Lego Star Wars games, you can just make your own Jedi if you want to. It's perfectly plausible. There you go. That didn't take so long to spawn this time. Right, go to the next challenge. That's the whole of New Hope done. Hot and cold. Why is our planet Mars from Doom? Yeah, I think that's oh, what's it called? Coruscant. Those are all cities. So Coruscant, the entire planet is one city. But you only get to visit 3 places in Coruscant. 3 places? 2 places. Only 2 places you can actually visit in Coruscant. It's the Osco district, the federal district. But there's many other districts that exist, but not in the game. But yeah, Coruscant, the whole planet is one big city. They've fully industrialized the entire thing. It's like the city I went to for the contest then. Yeah, that's like major metropolis. Alright, we've got 2 ones here. We've got Stylish Way Down. Find and use all 5 zip wires. Let's give that a go. Yeah, being in a large metropolis style city's got to be
Excuse me, sir.
Could be crazy.
Is wondering about Master Luke.
I went to Los Angeles a few years ago, and that's mind-blowing to just look across the skyline of Los Angeles and not be able to see anything but city. Like, obviously there's the mountains and the hills and stuff on the edge of the city, but that's where I was standing. I was standing on the edge, looking right across Los Angeles, and just as far as the eye can see, just buildings. In the same way that there was only 2 places to visit, not that there was a lot of interest. Okay, that's fair enough. No, I need to find all the zip wires. Well, there's 2 over there. I got to smell an asbestos radiator well there. That's nice. Oh, was that for you to be able to detect asbestos, or was it just a non-feature? What are you doing here? Like, it just happened to be there. So I know these kind of things are actually presented. So okay, if this is what it smells like, keep this in mind. If you smell it, you know you're dealing with asbestos radiator. Agricultural Museum film. Oh, cool. Let's go around here. There's these old tractors and original cooling. Oh, that's kind of fun. I like historical museum places. gives you experiences that you wouldn't normally have, and you get to see things of old. Oh, that looks like it's a death trap. Don't be doing that. Dismount. Can we get up to the top of this? So there is a zip line up there. I'm assuming if I can't come up this way, there's got to be a ladder. I did the Konami code after starting my controller and it started vibrating. Oh, that's awesome. I love like hidden places that Konami code has been put into. Nice. Up to the top. So got one over there as well. So this is one zip line. Let's go all the way over here. Nice, okay. So we've done that one zip line. That one over there, I can't remember what I need to do to get to it. I might actually need to follow through the quest line stuff. Take the long way back up here.
Allow me to conquer this obstacle. It shall quake and quiver under the might of Yariel. Poof.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got a zip line over there, we've got a zip line there, so that's 3 zip lines. So we've done this one. Do this one over here. Before we do that one, because that's going to take us a bit further down. Let's do this first. Can I identify the other zip lines? I can see one over there. So we've got one there, so that's a objective anyway. Nice, just yeet the droid. Now, is this technically a zip line? You never know these things, can't be. The zip lines most definitely looks like a zip line. Purple thing there. just a bit of a red herring. I missed the droid each time.
The benefit of having two brains is if one doesn't know, the other surely will.
These creatures have two brains. I don't know much about the species in Star Wars. But I didn't know these ones had two brains. That's good to know. Is that a ladder? That'll be useful getting back up here. Technically, so do we. Oh, I suppose so, yes. We just have a connective tissue between the two. I've seen a phenomenon where people have like a lobal cut. I think if they're having like certain brain conditions, they can have like the two parts of the brain separated. It causes a very bizarre condition where, because one half of the brain, well, lobotomy destroys the frontal lobe. So the frontal lobe is about here, about near the eyes. So the lobotomy will destroy that, which is a lot, mainly where your personality is held. A lobal, I can't remember what it's called, it's lobal something, but they actually cut down the centre of the brain and they separate the two sides, and you still work, but like one side of the brain controls one hand and the other side of the brain controls the other hand. So quite often people have had this procedure, they have like a hand doing something that they have no control of. It's like an alien hand. It's just got a mind of its own, quite literally. Because your consciousness only really connects to one side of the brain, but when the two sides are connected, they all obviously communicate, and you can consciously be aware of everything. But when they're severed, you're not conscious of what the other side of the brain's doing. It can still be thinking and sort of doing things based on the information given to it, but you're not fully aware of it. So it's more of a subconscious brain controlling one half and your conscious brain controlling the other half. But they don't do those kind of procedures unless they absolutely have to. They try not to do any procedures on the brain if they absolutely don't have to. It's crazy how we're basically just all two people at the same time. Like, oh yeah. We have two parts, two brains stuck together doing a singular task. But only one half of the brain is actively able to communicate. It's just that half that can communicate to the other half. But yeah, the brain is a very still at this point a misunderstood organ, and we're still learning. Despite it being a vital part of our being, we still don't fully know everything about it. But through brain injuries, we tend to find a lot of stuff out. Because if you injure a part of the brain, you go, well, this person has this kind of brain injury, and this is what's happening to them. We can deduct that the part of the brain that they have injured is responsible for this particular ability. People with split brains are probably the crazy good at multitasking. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, the multitasking thing is, yeah, you effectively assigning one task to one half of your brain and another task to the other half. There's he going. Like, I'm not too bad at multitasking myself. Like, I can kind of assign a task to my subconscious just to kind of, if it's a repetitive task, like, I know, well, most people probably do it without thinking, like eating. Like, you can eat while doing something else. I know not everyone can, but if you have like a bowl of food, you could be eating from this bowl of food while you're doing something else. That task of eating doesn't require you to be fully conscious of it. You just keep doing it.
The benefit of having two brains is if one doesn't know, the other surely will.
Yeah, so you probably have, some people have a easier time at multitasking than others, but it's breaking the task down to an easy repetitive process that you can just keep your subconscious doing while your conscious part of your brain focuses on a more complex task. It's a whole kind of rub your tummy while patting your head kind of thing. The best way to do that is to assign one of those tasks to your subconscious. Go, okay, rubbing your tummy, repetitive task. Just get that going. Leave your subconscious brain to carry on rubbing your tummy while you consciously pat your head. So that is the only zip line for here. Yeah. I do have another zip line over there. So that's three zip lines we've been down now. So I think going back up to this one so we can get on the top of that tower. Just make sure I'm going in the right direction. Let's go this way. So we jump on one of these guys. Save ourselves a little bit of time. The first time I played this level, I took so long trying to work out how to break this ice until I realised there was a gun at the top of the other tower. Did ancient Athens accidentally invent femboys? Probably. Ancient civilizations in general were a bit more open to what we're now considering to be quite taboo and sort of a change from the norm, whereas all these things which we consider weird now were just commonplace in the likes of Athens. So a lot of these things aren't new, if not all of them. But yeah, these days we have a name for people. Yeah, basically Christianity came in, looked at societies and went, nope, we're going to do away with all these kind of diverse groups and we'll just stick to exactly what the Bible says. Everything else is sinful and wrong, and we'll teach people that they shouldn't be doing it. But before Christianity came in, basically things like the LGBT communities were just people. They weren't a community, it's just people generally. And then Christianity sort of made them hidden communities, I suppose. Outcasts. But prior to that, there was no such thing as LGBT communities because they were just part of the regular community. There's no social norms as to who you were attracted to, how you dressed, how you identified. You just were people.
Allow me to conquer this obstacle. It shall quake and quiver under the might of
Pretty sure ancient Rome was also sort of gay. Yeah, yeah. The Romans quite happily, and quite liberally had sex with all sorts. It just wasn't a taboo there. It's like, well, two people could have sex. There was no problem about who they were. Receiving would be punished by death because it was seen as a sign of weakness, but giving isn't. Interesting. Yeah, I know. I know the Romans were quite happily have sex with anyone going. The two people. I know, obviously, it's seen more of a dominant kind of activity to be the giver, and still is in the. A more playful kind of sense these days, but it was a societal thing because it wasn't hidden. But yeah, I know it's kind of one of the major weaknesses of kind of militant Christians is they don't like looking into history. And they don't like mythos from other cultures. But it's all there now. There's a star sign created by Zeus for his gay lover. Oh, nice. Doesn't surprise me. A lot of this stuff I kind of know of, but I don't fully know of, if that makes sense. It all feels familiar, but I couldn't tell you the details. Human! Hey, how's it going? Happy Wednesday, hope you've been having a good week. Tallow! Good, glad to hear.
Allow me to conquer this obstacle. It shall quake and quiver under the might of Yariel. Poof.
Good indeed. So we got, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, so this will be the 5th one. Basically, you'd have to do 4 out of the 5 zip lines naturally in this level. But there's an additional 5th zip line that you don't have to use, but it's just there. And that's part of the challenge. I was already working on the comic again, as said, and today finally did a lot. So back on our old schedule. Awesome. Soon and all back to normal after a long break. I'm glad to hear. I know that's something you've been wanting to get back to. I know it's not easy to fall back into schedule. That's pretty cool. Aquarius based on Ganymede. Ah, okay. Looked into it. Awesome. If you look into the history of a lot of these things we consider every day now, there's lots of stuff in there that people just discard now. Larry and I found out you can order Jehovah's Witnesses. So you won't have to wait when they go door to door. Oh, so you can actually book an appointment to have a Jehovah's Witness. But I suppose that effectively makes them mail order Jehovah's Witnesses. Order your Jehovah's Witness to your door today. So I realise we can do that for anyone whose address we have. Oh yeah, that could be interesting, couldn't it? Also, fear messaging constantly for 2 months will imprint a message permanently on someone's mind, and regardless of evidence, they refuse to change mind. Yeah. That's kind of the whole... no. Yeah, it's the kind of whole thing with indoctrination. Sort of get them while they're young, impressionable, imprint fear onto them, and they will be God-fearing for the rest of their life. This was discovered by the CIA. Not surprising. Not surprising. But yeah, it's organised religion have been using those tactics to keep people in their religions and cults for a long time. Well, yeah, using religion as your basis for morality, certainly as your only basis for morality, is not a good basis. I've seen it put that if you need the fear of God to be a good person, you're not a good person. Like, I've seen questions, I don't know how true they are, but that if you don't have religion, how do you be a good person? Which is quite scary to think that some religious people think like that. So, well, do you have no morality? Do you just go around murdering people because you haven't got a book to tell you not to? It's definitely a scary concept that this is the way that people think. Anyway, we got the challenge. We can exit level. Bit of a longer one, that one, because you have to do pretty much all the tasks. Yeah, wasn't the guy from TED interviewed about something like that? That sounds familiar, I couldn't say for sure. Yay, oh, the challenge is complete for that level. But yeah, I'll admit, sort of, I've taken Christianity as a basis to kind of work my own moralities off, but I have more morals than a average Christian would have, at least in my opinion. So I don't see sort of judging people and condemning people just because of a religion to be a moral standpoint. That if someone's suffering, I'll do everything in my power to make sure I can stop their suffering. I know that's one thing. I can't remember which particular version of Satanism, but a lot of what I know about Satanism is basically counteracting the Christian Bible and say, well, actually no, we don't harm people in the name of religion. We help everyone. So we respect everyone, and there's no sort of harming of others or innocent people because of a rule. So they in. Because I know there's two sects, isn't there? They're yeah, which to me sounds, you might think, oh yeah, judging people for something they can't change isn't okay, but judging people for something they can change is often subject to debate. Yes. Like if someone chooses to be a bad person, as in bad in the sense that they choose to harm, choose to cause upset with no benefit to anyone but themselves, then in my opinion that makes them a bad person, and they should be judged for that. Whether they should be condemned or kind of harmed in retaliation is very much debatable. Like you feel, well, if someone has caused great harm, should they in themselves be harmed? Which is a lot of where the death penalty comes in and go, well, you have done great harm, therefore we should cause you great harm. But I'm not all for that, to be honest. But yeah, at the same time, you might feel that this person deserves the worst thing coming to them, but that doesn't necessarily make you a good person for believing in that either. But it's understandable to have those feelings. Ooh, I've never been this close to one of these before. But yeah, judging someone for something they can't change, that they're born like that, it's just, that is an intrinsic part of who they are, makes you a bad person. Like, obviously things like racism, you can't change your race, that is just, that's how you're born, that's who you are. And you can't make judgments based on that. But there will people that, there's definitely a lot of people out there that do. Same with sexism. You go, well, making judgments based on this that they can't change, and certainly doesn't define them. It's very wrong to do so. Judging someone because they choose to harm others, like you can happily judge a lot of politicians these days, because those people have the power, they have the means to do a lot of good things. However, they usually choose to benefit themselves and people they associate with. So they very much become judged people. I'm generally scared of women, but sometimes my behaviour is seen as misogynistic. Yeah, I suppose if that is an internal fear, you're judging the woman not for being a woman, but sort of you're making a judgment based on your own fears. If that is but equally, you can judge something based on your own fears. It's not a target of what you fear, but it's an internal process. Like you can be scared of dogs. You're not saying all dogs are harmful, all dogs will kill you. You're saying, well, I have a fear of dogs. So I feel that anytime I approach a dog, it's going to bite me. And that is an internal fear that is true for you. But to say, well, this dog will bite me and it should be killed is wrong, because you're kind of making a judgment on that particular dog based on your fear. But you say, well, I have a fear of dogs. I feel that I will be bitten. I'm scared that it's going to bite me. And that is a true thing. But to say you will bite me because this dog will bite me because it's a dog, not okay, because you're projecting a fear onto that particular dog. But your fear is understandable, your fear is valid. But to judge that dog and assume that particular dog will harm you. But the same goes for women. I know, so it becomes a little bit different between a woman's kind of fear of a man, because there's a chance in there. Like I said, well, until you're reassured, a woman can't determine that a man won't harm them, because men can be deceptive. Men are very good at being deceptive and luring women into a false sense of security. But that goes for anything, really. You don't want to tell everyone your secrets if you can't guarantee that they're going to keep them on a more basic level. My only big fears are grasshoppers and North Korea. Very valid. Like North Korea, like you can generally be afraid of North Korea because they have a lot of power. You don't know what they're going to do. They might be okay for the moment. They might launch an attack at any point. You just don't know. And grasshoppers are very calm, and then will suddenly launch, and you don't know when that's going to happen. Again, it's you expect an action, but you don't know when, and that is what's scary. So I can understand those two fears. But then, like a dog going to bite you can have a fear of dogs. If the dog's aggressive, you go, well, that aggression signals to me that I could be bitten at any moment. Or you could feel like a dog could be calm, but then suddenly strike and bite you with no being provoked, without being provoked. Been trying exposure. Therapy. I don't know how you'd apply that to North Korea, though. Yeah, you don't particularly want to expose yourself to North Korea. I'm content with my fear of North Korea. That is a very valid fear. Like, I generally don't have a fear of North Korea, but if I think about it, I go, well, that is probably something generally the world should be concerned about. So that's not. There's two types of fear out there. There's any old fear that sort of you can have that is based in a fact, something that generally could have a negative effect. Like North Korea is a genuine fear. Like they could do something harmful. There's no kind of debating that, so that's a genuine fear. The other type of fear is the irrational fear. Like a fear that has no foundation. That sort of harm will come to you, but you still have this fear. Like spiders. Spiders is typically an irrational fear, because there's no direct harm, but there's a mental psychological thing going on there. Sort of eating grasshoppers helps my phobia. That's cool, because I suppose you're exposing yourself to a dead cooked grasshopper. So, well, this grasshopper can't harm me. I'm seeing it for what it is, and eating it kind of gives you dominance over that grasshopper. So I can understand that being quite helpful. North Korea was half a joke about my fear, but grasshoppers legit phobia since childhood. Oh, that's fair. But yeah, like everyone should be afraid of what North Korea could do, but don't have it as a plague, so to speak. I do think North Korea does not help in the current state of the world. No, the world is very tense. Yeah, The world is tense. North Korea is part of that tension. I have an irrational fear of elevators. I know how they work and how they're extremely safe. Yeah, I suppose you know yourself that the chances of being hurt in an elevator are extremely slim. Like, horror movies don't do anyone any favours because they show you the worst case scenario. But the chance of something happening is so slim now, especially with modern day safety standards. But you can still have a fear of stepping in an elevator and go, well, what if today is today that it happens? I can understand that. It might even be like enclosed space. It might be like, what happens if I can't escape from the elevator? That's kind of a claustrophobia element of fear coming into it. You didn't see him. It looked like a regular hamburger. Oh, okay. Regular hamburger. So, oh, it's like a like bug protein burger. That's quite cool. I know bug protein is going to be like supposedly one of the best things to try and farm because bugs will come by the dozen quite easily. So rather than breeding large animals, breed bugs. It's the stigma of eating bugs you need to get around though. It's that why wouldn't you eat a bug? But you grind it down, you make it into protein. It's not going to be much different. Speaking of politics, we finally have a government. They agreed after months. Nice, glad to hear that. Yeah, it's got to put you in a state of flux, I suppose, not knowing if you have a government. Still refuse to get on one when I have the opportunity to. That's fair enough, dealer. Like, you're allowed to have that fear. It's, as you say, it's irrational. But it's something you can overcome, should you feel you need to. Ain't saying it's all parties I agree with, but still, it's not good when there's no government. Yes, you better have some government, rather than nothing at all. But yeah, hopefully you get a better government at some point soon. Love small space. Okay, so it's not the fear of claustrophobic, like being trapped in the elevator. It's probably, I'm guessing, like fear of falling within the elevator. So I suppose element of being trapped, but not necessarily the space itself. But yeah, the fear of elevators is a very legitimate one. Like escalators, moving stairs, the fear that you might get your foot caught or you might get pulled in by the side of it, or tripping over. Again, genuine fears. It's not that irrational to have a fear of an escalator, but it's again something you can overcome. Like I don't particularly. I'm always very cautious with escalators. But I've learned that they can't harm me, providing I don't do anything stupid. I'm not too keen for things like spiders, but I'm quite happy holding a captured spider, looking at spiders. Hey, Pixel Koi, how's it going? Yeah, I remember you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It's good to see you again. Yeah, spiders I'm okay with. I don't like having a spider on me that can move too quickly, because it kind of feeds into my fear of having something on my face. I don't like things around my face. So as long as if a spider was sat on my hand, not a problem. If it starts running up my arm and I can't see where it's going, it's kind of the fear that it'll be on my face, and that's what I don't particularly like. Things on my face, like anything, like a dog or a cat or anything fluffy. So being in my face is a bit iffy. I don't mind a cat giving me boops. A cat boop's cute, because it's just a boop and it's away again. But if it's like on my face, I'd be like, no, just get off. Oh, Pixel Koi. It's nice to see you too. I'm glad to hear. Go on to the subject of fears somehow. Yeah, that's the only my only other fear really is heights. Like I'm okay with heights, but I've always got the fear that I'll have a sudden episode of losing my balance, and the fall is going to be greater. So it's more of a fear of falling than it is a fear of heights, I suppose. But I can go up a ladder as long as I feel there's no chance of me falling. But if it's uncertain that I could fall, like the ladder's very wobbly, or I have nothing to hold on to, that's a greater fear for me than being up high. So yeah, those are kind of rooted in things, so they're not so irrational. But yeah, I know a lot of people will allow their fears to make them into bad people. Like, I fear rejection, so I'm going to attack everyone that will turn down my ideas, or any woman that turns down my advances, I will call her names, because I fear that rejection. It makes me angry. And so people will shout at women because they turn down an offer of a date, for instance. Typically these people end up being more incel leaning. They go, well, I should not be turned down by... You should not turn me down for my advances. I fear that kind of rejection. It's weird how I'm afraid of elevators, but I'm not afraid to fall the distance of the elevator. That's an interesting one. In Romania, there's a special type of scholarship for people with disabilities. It's like 1,200 local currency a month. It stacks with other scholarships. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like having things in place for people that have disabilities, just to give them that boost up. Because it's not giving them more than anyone else, but it's well, this person's starting down here. They need an extra boost to bring her up to everyone else's level. But yeah, unfortunately we're all human, and humans natively have fears. But we can all be better people as well. We can all learn to be better people. The choice is in there. Sometimes it's harder to do certain things than others. Enough of the stacked, you can make more than the teachers a month. Wow. That's a lot of work though. You still do have to do a bit of work. And if you're rewarded for that work, then all for you. Right, complete the level without being defeated. This one's going to be a bit of a long one. Let's give it a go. Right, I can't die on this level.
Go, go, go! It's really heating up out there. Still feels pretty cold to me. This is Rogue 2. We got some ATSTs and snow troopers looking a little cold. Let's go warm them up. Copy that, Rogue 2. Great job, Luke.
They're trying to destroy our power generator. Stop those ATSTs. We need that power generator fully functional to power the V-150 Planet Defender. It's the only weapon we have powerful enough to hit that approaching Star Destroyer.
Let's go up high. Give me control back. That was a bit hairy. Wonder how much time these models took to make. Well, each of the like the in-game models. That'll be interesting to find out. a lot of these models you would hope were made using actual Lego, virtual Lego bricks kind of thing, to make them as authentic as possible. You can fire that from somewhere else. There we go. Still being fired at. Oh, there. Oh, that's the first time I've been hit. Yeah, I suspect they would have a team of people just sat there creating models all day, which would be an awesome job to do. But I would happily pay for a behind-the-scenes look at building Lego games. Like, if Traveller's Tales ever did like a documentary, I would buy that. Just to see how the process they went into building these things. And modelling for multiple hours and then can be torturous. Oh, but I bet. I remember making a car model for 12 hours straight. Ooh, yeah. So that's one thing I'm hoping I'll be able to streamline once I start making models for my games. Like, I want to be able to find a method that doesn't take up too much of my time. Like, I might make like template models, for instance. I might make one model of a thing that I'm going to do multiple different versions of, and then use that one template maybe.
I can barely walk.
Ah, come on. What the dog doing?
Think you spoke too soon, Wedge. Get ready.
Talking about the AT-ATs, or there's another dog? Whoops, that's one of our own. The AT-ATs, yes. They're wandering around, taking out, trying to take out rebel bases. Bring my back, brush teeth, okie dokie. Careful not to be hit by this thing.
We might actually survive this.
Don't sound so surprised.
The odds are not exactly in our favor.
Oh, you always have to say that, 3PO. The sci-fi version of being a cowboy, basically.
Keep going, Luke.
Ah. Nice, it's considered I've completed the level before I complete the level. Ah, there's a squish. I like how they've decided that these things are like dogs.
Come on, that's it.
And get to your transports.
Awesome. Another one complete. Rogue Squadron form up. Another kyber brick in the bag. Alright, let's see if we can get the next one before the capital ship comes in. First order of business, couple of them there. Trigger the disco, discover the underground route into the hangar bay. Trigger the disco, discover the underground route into the hangar.
In the morning you go. You're welcome.
How many percentages are left? Ooh. Have a quick look in a sec.
Can you fly a TIE fighter?
We're on 99.36% now. We are 8 kyber bricks away from being complete. Only 8 kyber bricks. Whoa! Whoa, indeed, we're that close.
I could fly anything. Good. We're heading to the hangar.
Right, so we need to find the underground route into the hangar. So we actually go down here. How do we go down? Which way? This way? I think it's this way.
Where do you think you're going? I've seen this kind of thing before.
28 gig update on mobile games. Diabolical. On a mobile game? What game's that? More than a single gig on a mobile game's diabolical in itself. So that goes up. Fortnite Mobile. Oh wow! Didn't realise it was that big a game. Genshin Impact has 80 gigs of a game. What? That's a bit much. That is. We've already got the key. That's where you put the password in. Basically a glorified casino with anime women. Okay. That kind of makes sense. Nice. Playbase is also associated with pedophiles too for some reason. Anime women seem to bring that in. I know they kind of made to look underage, despite supposedly being adults. Did not mean to punch him. Just leaps halfway across the room just to punch someone. Oh, there it is. Nice. Doors open.
Just as I...
Nearly there. We may actually get out of here, you know?
The alternative doesn't sound great.
Yeah. So lore, 5,000-year-old dragon anatomy in a 12-year-old girl. Yes, that's usually how it goes. Yo, Lisa, I have cool emotes. Wanna buy emotes? Hey, back as well, GF3. Good to see you. Welcome back. How does one go the underground route? He won't buy emotes. He has no money left from subscribing to my OnlyFans. Yeah, you're expensive, Jeffrey, but you're worth it. Any of the emotes freaky though? Depends what you consider freaky. It's a pretty cool looking T-Rex. Too freaky gets you banned on Twitch, yeah. Like I've seen some streamers get like a butt remote, like sort of not approved, like it's a cartoon butt. It's not even like a nude butt. It's just a butt. You go, nope, too sexualized. Yeah, those are cool emotes. T-Rex, Aussie and Panda. I don't know what... Ah, this is the underground route. Awesome. I found it. Didn't Shadman draw a One Piece character with his schlong out while stream? That's entirely plausible. If it's art, so there's a typically on Twitch there's a kind of a grey area for actual artwork.
Okay, I see how it works. Let me take a shot at it.
But I don't think you can draw literal pornography.
Hey, you're not looking at me, are you? I got no idea.
Okay, in the wrong way. It was pretty much a meme. That's understandable. So where's the disco, I wonder? Could be in one of the other rooms.
We gotta get in that TIE fighter over there.
So how are we playing this?
I only planned as far as get to a TIE fighter.
Okay, we can do this. And live. I think.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the other route. It's the thing with like these kind of things where it allows you to, it kind of extends the gameplay where you go, okay, I've played it again to do more. But yeah, literally the end of the level is getting up to that TIE fighter, jumping in, and then level's ended. So what we'll do, we'll quit the level, go back into it, and then we'll look at just triggering the disco. Sneaking mission done. Right, go back to it. Party time, trigger the disco, free play, back in there. Because once you're in the hangar, you're locked out.
In the morning you go.
Can you fly a TIE fighter?
I could fly anything.
Good. We're heading to the hangar.
So one of these rooms has a disco in it. I'm thinking it's probably this room down here. It's getting into it though.
Man, Kylo Ren really did a number on me in there. It's almost unbearable.
You should hear him sing at the first order hootenanny. Now that's unbearable.
So we're beating that guy up. That's a little Easter egg for coming back and seeing the torture room. So following that route through takes you into here. As long as I don't go to the hangar, it won't lock me out. Exact.
187. When you're done with this rugged, handsome prisoner, we should catch up.
Okay, I see how it works. Let me take a shot at it.
So up, left, up, right. Up, left, up, right. Awesome.
Wait, this is a server room.
Is that bad?
We can disable the alarm system from here.
That's good. So it's smooth sailing from here, right?
Not quite, but at least they can't call for backup.
Turn all the alarms off. So activate the disco. Depending if they hit them.
Move in! They're trying to get away!
So I was trying to punch a console and he turns around and punches the stormtrooper to the side of him. Depending if they hidden switches anywhere. Oh, what's that? So I'll take us up. Take us to here. So is there anything up here that was activated disco?
Hey, this way is a lot easier. No troopers.
Nothing about this is easy. What is wrong with you? And
I wonder if it's in there.
Well, it's easier than shooting our way through. You need to lighten up.
Board controller specifically playing Minecraft and Fortnite on my phone while at school more enjoyable. Oh, nice. Great investment. Yeah. Yeah, getting the controller just to Bluetooth to your phone. That's what I said. It's what's nice about this Xbox One, that it will Bluetooth to my phone and tablet to play. I don't want to go that way because that takes me to the hangar, and once I'm in the hangar, it's kind of game over. Well, leveled over. Okay. Now I think I want to be in that room really. So we go back down here. So again, that takes me to... No, this takes me to here. Cool, okay.
Take that prisoner to the detention unit. Now move along.
How you gonna get me past the guards?
I'll figure it out.
You see that officer go through the door on the left? Guess that's our best chance of finding me some suitable attire.
So right, down, right, up. Right, down, right, up.
Whoa, watch out! An aggressive ball!
Hey, stop that! Stop distracting us!
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Okay, got any idea of a disco?
These are first order weapon caches.
I know, I work here. For the first order!
Let's blow these up. Doesn't appear to be. I don't think this is the area of the disco. I don't know who's actually saying that because I've killed everyone. There's no hidden things for that. Oh, we've got basketball, beach ball. Okay, so nothing to do with that. What's this in the corner? Seems to be a load of old equipment.
Hey, you're not looking at me, are you? I got no idea.
Why are those sparkling? Does this give me more things?
No problem.
Like he's tapping on the keyboard. Ah, more bits. Ah, is this the disco?
jam.
You're right. Boogie down, troopers.
The First Order rules!
There we go. There's a disco.
Dance party! Woo! Let's boogie!
Cool. They're all complete. Don't need to go any further. But it's 99.48% now. Critical level. About to play a match on 400 ping. Ooh. Hopefully it's not too laggy. Cool, that's that one done. Let's see if we can grab another one before it drops in the capital ship. Destroying Starkiller, make a snowman out of Kylo. That's loading a bit more water on the go.
Han Solo.
My son.
Will you help me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Slightly more child friendly. He falls off rather than being stabbed through the abdomen by his son's lightsaber.
Hard. Give it everything you got.
What's up with this game and I think it seems to be a theme of Star Wars in general. And Star Wars kind of makes a point of recurring themes.
Is anyone seeing these torpedoes lying around?
Yeah, grab them and fire them at those towers.
Look out for ground fire. Watch out! You're getting hit!
The last of their cannons are down.
All right, keep going. It's getting a little rough out here.
Keep firing, guys. Don't stop.
That's all their towers taken care of. Black Leader, there's a brand new hole in that oscillator.
Like, so this whole thing with the trench again. It's the Death Star all over again. The Death Star had a trench, you flew through it, you shot a few things. Damn, it's hot. It's a bit warm. Got my fan on. Wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Trying to keep cool. Like walking through soup. Ooh, that's the worst. Like humidity. Having the high humidity, like you gotta have a humidity like the UK does. Where it's just there's just water hanging in the air. Weather is horrible. Like there's other places which are hotter, but the humidity is so low that there's no water in the air to transfer the heat. So it's like, well, it's a dry heat. It's like it's easier to deal with.
It belongs to me.
Come and get it.
Right, so we gotta make a snowman out of Kylo.
Fight me. You let me put you out of your
Is it
misery.
snowman out of Kylo or Kylo out of snowman? Make a snowman out of Kylo. So do I have to...
Second time holding a lightsaber, and I'm fighting Kylo Ren. Steep learning curve.
Do I have to...
No one will stand in my way.
knock
Not
snow
Han,
onto him?
Not you.
I'm still getting used to this thing, so bear with me.
Just wondering where I do the snowman thing. It's like the first Dark Souls 3 boss. Yeah, basically the way Lego Star Wars plays, you can play it like a light Dark Souls, because you've got the whole kind of sort of roll, dodge, attack, roll, dodge, attack, roll, dodge. Obviously, Lego makes it extremely simple to play these boss battles. It's aimed for people of all ages.
You don't deserve to wield that saber. Give it to me.
He wants us to follow him.
It's probably a trap, but we can't let him get away.
Yeah, I think at some point there's got to be somewhere I dump snow onto Kylo Ren. Maybe there's some snow above him. And it will then fall on him, turn him into a snowman. That's what I'm guessing.
I see his footprints. He went this way.
I can see him over there, I think. So I have to make sure I don't approach him too quickly, so I can shoot some snow above his head, I'd say.
I've seen this kind of thing before.
Take them down.
Really can't shoot for fall into the fiery depths. Just wondering, are we supposed to throw some snow at him?
You won't even know I'm here until it's too late.
Swap her out. She's a bounty hunter, so swap her out for an actual Jedi. Just wondering, we can just throw something at Kylo. They're just stuck in midair. Oh, there we go.
A scavenger and a traitor. You two are pathetic.
Now, I need to be able to do something before we get locked back into the boss battle. Just wondering if we can throw snow at him. The thing is, you can't really do a lot once you're locked in, because I can't target anything but him. Yeah, like this for instance, I'm now locked into a battle. Just wondering if there's any snow I can pick up. Unless it's to get Kylo Ren to charge into something and then knock snow on top of himself. That's the only thing I can think of. Is this enough snow here? Ah, what's this? I can build something here. Camera's freaking out a little bit. Okay, so we can build a snow BB-8, but that's not what... Oh, can I throw the snow BB-8? Does this now become a thing that I can use? I can use it, but it doesn't turn him into a snowman. Ah. I got the achievement? Maybe it was to throw the snowman out at me. Mildly confused. Well. We got the challenge anyway. Some of these challenges kind of don't really explain themselves too well. But we got it. Snow joke. Alright, let's grab another one before the capital ship gets spawned again. No smoke without fire. Knock down a guard. Knock a guard down a shaft. Now, I've tried this before. Very hard to do. See if I can do it this time. Got a little bit of time. Maybe this will be the last challenge. Maybe I'll do another one. And we have to do some more next week.
I feel the conflict in you. It's tearing you apart.
My conscience is clear.
No, you still hurt. I feel it.
You still hurt.
I like how they all of a sudden stop and go, nope.
My lord.
Oh, quit it!
This is beneath me.
What did I do?
I like that. Just hear one of the other troopers going, "Ah, he's at it again." Okay, finished the match. Nice. How did it play?
Is this what you always wear?
We're meeting the
I haven't
Supreme
played
Leader.
with a controller in years. Ooh.
But communicating through the Force, that called for being shirtless?
It caught me by surprise. Enough of this. The Supreme Leader is waiting for us.
I bet he has his shirt on.
I like how they make a joke over Kylo Ren being shirtless in that scene.
Eliminate target.
Why, my lord?
Who upset him this time? Feels like we've been chasing the
Came here voluntarily? Thanks for saving us the fuel.
Why won't it just work? Big old battleship's bad wiring. Wired by a Jawa.
We don't all have force powers, pal. How about you show some respect for a little thing called manual labor?
My lord, my sincerest apologies. Proceed as you wish.
Then, when we touched hands, I saw your future. Just the shape of it. You will not bow before Snoke. You'll turn. I'll help you.
I saw something too. Because of what I saw, I know when the moment comes, you will be the one to turn. You will stand with me, Rey. Confident maintenance staff, I told them to have this fixed.
Join me and let's fix it.
I see what you're doing. How about you join me and we fix it?
Can you just fix it together?
Fine, but you will join me. I saw it.
some reason it says 40 local currency when I wanted to buy the mobile version of Minecraft, but it was only charged 11. Interesting.
How am I supposed to heat up this oil in the dark?
You can explain to the Supreme Leader why you destroyed our kitchen.
How is that my fault?
I think I need more training before tackling that.
Get in.
Right, so we move on to the next part of the level. Need to throw someone down a shaft. Throw the guards. So these red guards. Hard skip to beat. Just check my balance, saw 110 was missing. I forgot I bought the controllers here. Right, so these are the shafts we need to throw them down. I wonder if I can just get him to just come down the shaft himself. Does that count?
Ray, you doing okay?
Yeah, that counted. Just kind of lure them into going down there. It's a bit of an awkward way of doing it, but we managed it. So that's 100%. Let's exit out of that level. Why are they red? They are the high guards of Snoke. So it's the first, to my knowledge, that's the only red guards. That they're kind of like Sith guards. They have like a little bit of force powers, but they're kind of like stormtroopers with Sith powers. If that makes sense. But they were personal guards to Snoke. Right, so we can get one more challenge in tonight. Chrome down, Phasma, inflict damage on Phasma 9. We did try to do that last time. Let's try another one. Punch your way through the crystal caves. Cool, do that. That's easy enough. Punch your way through the crystal caves. Yeah, we tried several times to hurt Phasma in 9 different ways, but I could not work it out. So some of these challenges I might have to Google.
We gotta take out that cannon.
But we can try. Go ahead to bed. It's 12:20 here. Good night. Well, thank you for stopping with us for as long as you have, Dina. Much appreciated. Thank you for dropping in today for the chats. Hope you have a good rest, have a good week, and hopefully we'll see you on Friday for game dev. Not planning to help any friends this Friday, so I should
There has to be a natural opening that's not
should
on
be
any
there.
of the map.
I'll be here, glad to hear. Thank you for your support. Have a good week. I'll see you then.
No, it's gone. We can find another way around. We know which direction it's heading at least. Not in the best condition. What? Build a new drill bit and replace the battery. It'll be good as new.
Dameron, everything under control?
Yeah, I'm in charge, right? Nothing to worry about. Yeah.
Let's get this little guy on here.
Okay, I see how it works. Let me take a shot at it.
Boxing glove, mining drill. Boxing glove sounds like a good thing.
Told ya, good as new. I wouldn't say new.
That's all I need to do. Just build the boxing glove. Punch my way through. 100% complete. Knock knock. Nice. Alright, let's have a quick look at what we got left. 5 more challenges to complete. So, uncivilized, those 2 we've struggled with. That one we struggled with. 2 left here. Be really quiet, complete the level without being detected. Let's have a quick look at that one. Complete the level without being detected. So if I'm an Imperial character or a droid, typically I can get through a level without being detected.
Follow me. I know my way around. Kinda. It's been a while.
Sith Trooper,
First order of
Stormtrooper.
taking people out of their homes. Let's hope they haven't got to our droid smith. Get to cover, but stay close. There are troopers nearby.
Open up.
I
don't understand what he's saying. Get him!
No matter. Misionta. Respondu hermo.
Those walkers are in trouble. Stay out of their searchlights or they'll bring the whole of the First Order down on us. Power to the gate is off.
Keep it moving. You've wasted enough of our time.
stay still for too long. See those troopers? Sneak up behind them and take one of them out. I'll get the other.
What is he doing?
Get to cover, quick! Just hang tight a second. See those lookouts? You shoot one and I'll get the other. But stay back or they'll see you.
Switch to a Sif. Do I have a Sif there? No Sif. Let's go for Darth Maul.
The time has come.
Dummy power! What the sleepy power, Loba Coon?
This is child's play to me.
I'm sure it is Darth Maul. Oh, so we need
This isn't for beings as powerful as I.
Headed to the rooftops to scope out the route ahead.
Suppose I can't take the rooftop. Yeah, let me do it. What is this over here then? Okay, that might have been for a mini kit at one stage. So I don't know if I've been detected. I don't think I've been detected so far.
Tuba! Chulo funky. Yeah, the night of Ren showed us her picture.
Was Shari first Odu Danaga?
Can't go through there yet. So we have to defeat all these guys down here first.
No need for the filthy Jedi when you have a Sith present.
Hey, hey! The First Order are coming! Hide now!
Let them pass or fight them.
We're safe now. Head up the steps.
Heard you were spotted at Monk's Gate. Thought, he's not stupid enough to come back here.
Guys, this is Zori, this is Ray and Fenn.
We could really use your help.
Not that you care, but I like you.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
We're trying to find Babu Frick.
Walkers, stay close by. I've got this one. Now let's get moving.
We'll head across the rooftops to try and draw some of the troopers away.
The hideout is just across the courtyard. We'll meet you there.
You're looking for the girl? Yes, so are we. Unfortunately, we are yet to locate her.
Don't know what that's just done. Just turn off a searchlight maybe. I'm pretty sure we got around here before without any issues.
This is child's play to me.
This is the place.
Come on, hurry up.
He says he's found something in your droid's forbidden memory bank.
Babu, can you make him translate it?
Droid, remember, go back. Blank, blank.
Oh! How we doing there, 3PO?
Now, did that count? Nice. Oh, no, it didn't actually. Be rarely quiet. I don't know what I need to do then. Some reason it felt I was detected, but I didn't see anywhere that I was actually detected. But maybe even it doesn't trigger a detection if I was playing as a rebel and I was in that situation, I got detected. Yeah. But we can try that next week. We'll carry on next week. I'll look up some tips. We are 4 Kyber bricks away from being complete. Only the 4 bricks left. So 99.68% complete. That's all I need to get. 5 more challenges, 4 more bricks. Which is odd. Don't get a brick for every challenge there. But yeah, 5 challenges, 4 bricks, and then we will be complete. It's exciting stuff. I'll continue with that next week, of course. Right, so I'm going to get some rest now before it gets too late. So, hope you all do as well. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you, Dealer. Thank you, Pixel Koi. Thank you, Jeffrey, Lisa. Anyone else who's been chatting, lurking. You're all awesome. Thank you for the stream. See you Friday. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lisa. I will be streaming Game Dev this Friday. I was helping a friend last Friday. Helping her move her stuff from one place to a new place. And it's certainly needed. But we're all back this Friday, of course. See you Friday. Good night. Thank you for dropping by. Turtle. Have a good night. All the awesome mouse there. Enjoy your weekend. I shall see you on Friday. There you go. Good night.